Hey everyone, David here from the Phantom Theory, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We have a very special guest today, my girlfriend Maria,
Hi guys, what's up? And Togepi.
Nantogepi. And yeah, we decided to try something new for the channel, asking each other music-related questions. We're both musicians. We play in a band called Lunar here in the RGV.
We're gonna learn more about each other and our experiences with music.
All right, so I'm gonna go first. So my first question to you is, what was the first physical piece of music that you bought, and how old were you?
My first CD, that counts, right?
Yeah, that counts. Anything CD, tape, vinyl.
Okay, so the first CD I bought with my own money was Come Down Machine by The Strokes. It was in 2013, so I was like a eighth grader, and I remember my parents gave me like 20 bucks, and I was like, okay, I need to buy this album because it was barely gonna come out, so it was already up for like pre-order.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I need to pre-order it. So like I told my brother, I gave him the cash, and I was like, dude, can you please like order this for me? And my brother was like, yeah, sure. So he like pre-ordered it for me, and that's like the first CD I ever got. And I still have it to this. Wait, no, I think I gave it to you now.
No, I have it. I
Yeah.
have it. It's under my care now. But
I know, and I remember I like accidentally ripped it because it's made out of cardboard,
yeah.
and like I accidentally ripped. It was a pretty like big chunk. It was like this big of a rip.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Do you remember what your favorite track of that album was, or no?
At the time, probably Tap Out. I think
Tap
it was
Out?
Tap Out. Yeah, at the time it was Tap Out. Or Slow Animals. Okay, so my very first question for you is, what was the first album you liked the whole way through?
Okay, this was in high school, and it was American Idiot by Green Day.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know music back then. My friend had introduced me to like classic rock and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool," but I never found an album that I liked. And then my sister-in-law, she was like, "Oh, you should check out this band. They're newer, Green Day." And I stumbled across American Idiot. It's like a rock opera. I loved that album. I would have it on repeat in high school. I would be walking the hallways listening to it. Like,
What was your favorite song from that album?
it has to be What's Her Name. It's still my favorite song. American Idiot. It was a masterpiece back then, still a masterpiece today. If Lunar Heart could feature in a popular artist album, who would you choose?
How big?
Any sort of popularity. Like it could be from like Taylor Swift to like Car Seat Headrest or something. You can choose three.
Personally, I would choose like Churches, Always, and Beach House.
Yeah, that would be a great one.
Mhm.
All of them would be pretty great actually.
Those would be like the top three that I feel like, oh yeah, I feel like it would sound good.
Yeah, I mean, as part of a band, I would more than love to collaborate with those bands.
Which one would you like be more excited for, like the most out of the three
Beach
that I
House.
chose?
I would
Beach House.
I would choose Beach House. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say we're dream pop and they're dream pop, so I would personally love that mashup,
Me too.
and we would learn a lot. From
Yeah.
them.
Okay, my turn. So, what's a song you wish you had written?
I have two. And I
Yeah.
have more, but like the two that come to my mind right now: "Pale Blue Eyes" by the Velvet Underground.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
you like that
Yeah,
song
I
a
love
lot.
that song. And "Space Song" by Beach House. I don't care about you hipsters hating on that song for being too popular. I don't care. It's a great song. The first time I heard it, I started floating and levitating. What about you?
Okay, I have one.
Which one?
Very Online Guy.
Okay,
Always.
Always, yeah.
That's a song that I wish I had written because it's so good. Like the instrumentals, the vocal melodies, everything. It's such a good song.
Yeah, and it's different too.
Yeah, it's so unique. At
I
least
can't
in
compare
my
it to anything.
yeah, like in my opinion, it's such a good like electronic-y.
Experimental.
Yeah, it's
Like the vocal effects on her voice on that song.
It's such a good song. I would recommend it to anyone to
Yeah.
listen to it.
My next question would be, what is your favorite decade of music, and what is your least favorite?
I feel like every decade has its good and its bad, you know? I feel like my favorite decade, or at least the music that I listen to the most, comes from 2010s to now.
All
so
right.
I think that's the decade I would choose for my favorite. And for my least favorite, I guess the 90s. Wait,
The 90s?
what's the range of decades from 60s to now?
I see.
Or like
80s to now. That's your
80s?
bracket.
Okay, from 80s to now, yeah, probably 90s. I think
90s?
that's the least amount of music I listen to. What about you?
From what's my bracket?
Yeah, same.
Same 80s to today? Oh, damn. The 2010s, I guess.
Dang, you
2010s
would get
be
rid of Carsey headdress
no, I
like that?
wouldn't. No, no.
Dang.
Damn fine. I would get rid of the 80s. I'm sorry, Smooths, New Order fans. 80s are gone.
My question is, what's an instrument you wish you could master, not including the ones you already play?
The violin, probably. Pretty much any string instrument.
You should have joined orchestra in high school or middle school.
My friend wanted me to join in middle school, but I thought it was too boring. I didn't like music back then. I didn't know
Dang.
anything. So I was like, that's so boring. I'm just going to go to art. And
Orchestra folks, let's go.
the orchestra people just left the video. What about you?
Maybe the harp.
Oh,
The harp
that would
sounds
be
really
cool.
pretty.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like it would. I feel like it would like really integrate it into our music and make it sound cool.
Now it's my turn. My question to you is, what is your favorite album cover art? I love cover art, so what is your
Ooh.
favorite one?
That's a really good question. I've never thought of that, but let's see what we have here. I'm gonna have to check my Spotify. All right, I think I have one.
What is it?
The Screen Violence
Yeah,
by
okay.
Churches. I think it looks cool. It's simple, but I really like it. I like how it looks, and I even like the director's cut one. It's like blue instead of red, like the shiny version. Yeah, I think it looks cool. What was the first vinyl CD you bought on your own with your own money?
So I bought a copy of, I don't know if it was American Idiot or Dookie by Green Day and In Utero by Nirvana. I don't know, I bought them at Walmart. I was like in 9th grade, I think.
Ninth grade.
And I was like, I'm gonna collect CDs, and those are the only 2 CDs I ever bought. Do you remember what your first concert was and how did it go?
My first concert was in 2014. I was like 15 and I went to see The Voids. Well, at the
Voids.
time they were called Julian Casablancas and The Voids. Yeah. And I went with my brother. I remember they were having like a CD signing. So I was like, oh my God, I found out through Facebook. I remember I saw that they were like, oh, hey guys, we're going to be doing like a signing or whatever. And I was like, oh my God. And I told my parents and I was like, please, can I please go? Like,
Where
all you
was
have
it?
to it was in Houston.
Oh, okay.
All you needed to do was buy a CD and you got to meet all of them.
Okay.
So we went, got to meet Julian, embarrassed myself in front of him. And then
Why?
after that, no, not
Okay.
Okay, fine, I cried.
Yeah.
I cried when I met him.
Y'all heard it here first.
After that, we ate, and I was so mad because I wanted to go to the concert, like right after I met him. I mean, I wanted to go to the venue right after I met him. So we were eating, and I was like still crying from like meeting him. And then we finally headed to the venue, and these 2 nice girls, I guess they like recognized me from when I was crying with Julian. They were like, hey, like you guys can like join us here like in line. And they were like, they weren't too far like back because there was already like a huge line. So they were like, hey, like you guys can join us. And we were like, oh, okay, like thank you so much. And they were like, dude, you cried and you were so cute. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
like I was so
2014.
embarrassed. I was like, no, they remember me as a crybaby. Finally we entered the venue and we got to see them. We weren't that far away or close even, but it was super dark. I remember it was like really, really dark. I don't know why.
They probably wanted it super dark.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what
I
was
feel
the
like
reason for.
They would want that, the Voids. Like,
Yeah, and then we got to see them. They played like a Stroke song, which was "Eyes of the World."
oh yeah.
So I got to see them play that one, and then they also played a song from Phrases for the Young. So I was like really excited about that. They
Which
played
one?
River of Brake Lights.
Oh.
So I was like, oh my God, yes. At the time, I was like super excited. Like, oh my God, I get to see a Phrases for the Young song live because that was like my favorite album.
Mhm.
So I was like, at least I get to see one song from that era. But yeah, it was a really good experience. Question number 5. Who's your favorite songwriter?
I guess Will Toledo of Carsey Headrest. Yeah,
I agree.
I really like how he just seems to write off of the top of his head. Or like when I listen to his music, I'm like, this sounds like he wrote it as it came to him, and it's pretty like down to earth way of writing.
I admire that he has written so much. He has so many albums. Like he has like 5 albums that weren't even released under a record label.
Yeah.
And like I find that cool that he like kept them up,
Yeah.
that they're still out there. Probably my favorite album from Carsey Headrest is like not even released under like a label.
What is it?
The Nervous Young Man album.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one has like a bunch of cool songs.
What's your favorite song off of that album?
Either Burning Man or I Want to Sweat.
Oh, okay.
My other question is, if you could recommend one album to a friend, what album would it be?
Turn on the Bright Lights by Interpol. I feel like that album is another masterpiece. No skips. It's revolutionary to me, at least.
What's your favorite song from it?
Favorite song of that album? The new is it has different sections and such a good bass line and guitar work and the vocals, everything is great. What is your favorite movie soundtrack? It doesn't have to be instrumental. It can be like a collection of songs.
Like the movie Drive. That one has a really good soundtrack.
Like, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's the one that it has Night Call by Kavinsky, A Real Hero by Electric Youth, and Under Your Spell by Desire. Three
Yeah.
really good songs that I discovered from that movie. Shout out to my friend Clarissa who showed me that movie when we were in high school, probably like my senior year.
And now one of those songs is a meme.
I know, it's crazy.
It's still a great song. It's a great
Yeah,
song.
it's a really good soundtrack. What's your favorite guitar pedal to use?
Oh, it has to be reverb. Our friend and bandmate Wens, he sold me a pedal, an RV6 reverb by Boss, and I stumbled across a setting that just has like a really washy kind of reverb, and I think it really influenced our sound in Lunar Heart. So thanks to Wens.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Wen.
What is your favorite song at the moment or album?
So my favorite album at the moment is Bloom by Beach House.
Beach House, yeah.
I really love that album. I actually listened to it all the way through. I've never done that before with this album. When I was in high school, I only listened to like 3 songs off of that album. That was it. I never really like went deep into the album until recently, and I was like, dude, this album has a lot of like bops, dude.
Yeah, you like showed me.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out. So like now I'm like really like into them right now.
I know Beach House is it's a great band that we were sleeping on.
Yeah,
for, some
for
reason.
sure. Now I can like say like, oh yeah, Bloom is like one of my favorite albums now,
Yeah.
like of all time.
Yeah, it's really great.
Okay, so my next question is, what music artist do you wish you could interview?
I would choose Car Seat Headrest. Car Seat Head.
All of them, like all the members,
I
or
would-
just Will Toledo?
No, all of them. Yeah, I
Alright.
feel like the vibe would be better with all of them. And Interpol. Paul Banks, he speaks Spanish, so I would throw him a curveball and just randomly start speaking Spanish. I don't know, he speaks it so perfectly, like
Yeah,
better
he
than
really
some people
does.
here. I feel like they would both be very interesting bands to interview. Even though I'm not an interviewer, I would love to do that.
That's really cool.
What is your favorite local band?
My favorite local band, I feel like, is Glare. And my favorite local song is Heavenly by Glare. It's such a good song. I don't know, I really like the, what do you call that? Like in the chorus where it's like...
I don't know, the hits or something.
Yeah, I like the...
The syncopation or something.
Yeah, that. I think it's so cool. What other band would you like to cover for Halloween?
For Halloween.
Because I know you already covered Car Seat Headrest, so what other band would you cover?
I really want to do System of a Down or Gorillaz. I have like this idea in mind that I would have a projector in the back if I did Gorillaz, and I would show like the music videos, just how they do it live.
That would be cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, hopefully. Who would you want to cover for Halloween?
Beach House.
Beach House?
Yeah, I've been doing covers of their songs, so
Oh yeah, on Instagram, like your stories.
yeah. So I would want to do Beach House.
What would you say is your favorite live concert experience?
Definitely the Always concert, dude. That concert like went by like it was so like perfect. Like everything was
know.
really cool. Like it wasn't hot. I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah, it
burning
was
up.
fresh.
Like when we saw Car Seat Headrest, we were melting in that concert.
Dude.
But for Always, we got a good view. We got barricade.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hot, and they played like super good. Like they were amazing live. They're
Yeah,
such a
they're-
great live band. So and they played like a bunch of good songs, and we even like said like we even screamed out
Oh
like
yeah, for the encore,
yeah,
was it?
yeah.
Like, they were asking us what songs we wanted to
Mhm.
hear, and we screamed "Want to Love You."
yeah.
And they heard us.
Yeah, they got
They
to
heard
play.
us.
So yeah, that was probably my favorite live concert experience. I have 2 more questions, and
Okay.
they're more like local music related.
All right.
So my first one is, what are your favorite songs from local artists?
Favorite local songs would be "Heavenly" from Claire, and they also have another one that I really like, "Sunny."
Is that from their E EP?
It's from a split EP with
Oh,
two
okay,
other
okay.
bands. This other band called The Culture, they have a song called "Waves."
Mm.
It's a really good one. And "Night Alive" by Lure Division. I love that song too. But yeah, those I would say are my favorite ones. What about you?
My top favorite local songs right now are "Do Not Enter" by Glare.
All right, another Glare. Oh, and Heavenly, right?
Yeah.
Heavenly.
"Crush on You" by Lost in Limbo. I would agree with "Waves" by The Culture.
Yeah, banger.
And "Beautiful Hunger" by Lucas Noah. Yeah,
Those
I
are
really
all
like those.
like really great local acts.
For sure.
Yeah, check them out. Check all of them out.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are all the questions. But yeah, if you all like this video, then just let us know, and we might do more, or we might just do it anyway because it's my channel, and then we can do whatever we want. So
Thanks for watching.
yeah, thank you for
If
watching.
you made it this far.
If you made it this far, and see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.